Hi, this is your girl Tennessee Cutie coming at you with my review of the Basketball Wives of LA Reunion Part 1. Just an overall review of the reunion itself is that it was really boring. Like the girls really didn't say anything. They really didn't touch on what needed to be touched on. John Sally once again was the host, but he really didn't dig into where he needed to go. I mean, having been a former basketball player himself, you would think that he would know exactly where he needs to go, get the questions answered, and figure out what's going on. But he didn't. So hence we have a part one that was really boring and then really addressed the real issues, what was going on behind Crazy Jackie's antics and just the overall temperament of the whole group was really mild in comparison to the episodes that we saw. But anyway, I want to start off the review with just talking about what the girls had on. First, let's look at Laura. As we know, when Laura first came on the show, she had just had a baby, so she was still kind of, thick from that and still carrying a lot of that baby weight. But I have to say that she looks good. She really lost a lot of weight. She's trimmed down a lot. I didn't like the dress she had on. It was kind of a army green colored dress, but her hair and makeup looked really good. And again, like I said, her face is much slimmer. She's definitely lost a lot of weight. But I just wasn't feeling the dress she was wearing. And I didn't get to really see her shoes. But I really thought that was, it just wasn't a good look. And I've seen her pull off some better looks on her Twitter account. So I'm just surprised that she would come in such a muted color and not really give that pop that she probably could have used. As far as Malaysia, I thought Malaysia looked really cute. Her hair was done up really nice, kind of curls, and then she had it pent up on the side. And the only thing I don't like about Malaysia are those color contacts. I just don't like the color contacts. But, that's what she wears. She likes it. I guess she likes how it makes her look, so she's going to continue to go with it. Then we have Amani. I thought Amani looked really nice. I mean, she has definitely come full circle from the show. She looks great. She's lost some weight herself. Her hair was done up real nice. Her makeup was flawless. I mean, she really does look good. I didn't like the dress she had on. It kind of cheapened her look. Kind of like this two-tone black and hot pink. I didn't really care for the dress itself, but I thought that her makeup and her hair looks really good. And overall, she is a pretty girl. I did read somewhere where I think she has like lupus or something that causes her weight to fluctuate. So you could see towards the end of last season how her weight was going down. And then on the reunion show itself, she really looked good. I thought she carried herself really well. Then we have Gloria. Gloria, she sometimes she looks cute and sometimes she doesn't, but I think she overdid it on the makeup today. I thought that she was really over made up, like the real vibrant lip, the heavy dark eye makeup, the extra hair. Like she just looked a little bit over made up to me. She's such a plain girl who doesn't really need a lot to make her look better. As far as like makeup, but I think she took it just too far with the makeup. And then her dress wasn't really all that. I mean, it was like a strapless blue dress. Didn't really look like anything, had no real, oomph to it. So, she's kind of a plain Jane girl anyway, and so it just kind of kept going in that direction, really. Jackie Christie just looked a mess to me. I mean, the dress she had on looked cheap. It was one of those sleeveless dresses, but in the back, like extra fat was hanging. She had this ponytail on that was kind of like, I don't know, stringy, not really done up right. Like it was a lot going on with Jackie, and you know, I, I just want to hope that Jackie really isn't as crazy as we keep saying she is, but I really think she is. I mean, she was just showing out on the stage, standing up. The dress she had on just had it gave her nothing, nothing. But I have to say, hands down, the best dressed of the night was Miss Drea. I mean, she looked flawless from head to toe. Her hair was done. Her makeup looked good. She had on this metallic gold dress, sleeveless, nice knee length with the red bottoms. Really looked flawless. I mean, she really did it up. And this time, I have to say, I was so proud of Drea. I mean, she held her own. She finally confronted Jackie on all of the foolishness that was going on over the season. And it really was just a refreshing thing to see because for the entire season, I felt like at least the first half of the season, they were just on Drea every 5 minutes. Nothing she did was right. Everything about her was wrong. And she has finally come full circle, and she basically gave it to Jackie. And it just really, really was a good thing to see. I was so happy and proud. I feel like a proud mama. But anyway, let's just jump right into the reunion. We start off with John Sally bringing up the fight between Laura and Malaysia very early in the season. And, you know, the fight has come and gone. The girls have moved past it. Malaysia said, look, I'm not that kind of person, but if you hit me, I will hit back, period, point blank. And Laura, who was in her feelings about what was going on between in her life with respect to the whole Shaq situation, she felt some kind of way when Malaysia made the comment that at least she doesn't sleep with other people's husbands. So, of course, Laura jumps into defense. She wants to fight. She pops Malaysia. Malaysia goes around and socks her in the face. That's the end of that. But it definitely has come full circle for the girls. You know, they're no longer at odds with each other. They've basically made friends. And they basically said, hey, look, we squashed it right then and there on the set. Like the next episode, I think they went somewhere to the park or somewhere and sat down and just kind of like hashed it out, and it's over. And I'm glad to see they're able to move on from that and to continue to rebuild their friendship. Then we have, what did it go to next? Oh, it went to Amani. Just basically the whole fiasco of how Jackie instigated Malaysia into a conflict with Laura because of something Laura said about Jackie. Jackie then took that as an opportunity to get everybody against Laura. And really, it was funny because like over half of the entire show was about how they all hated Drea. Then all of a sudden, the moment Jackie hears that Laura has said something bad about her, she immediately gets the girls into a frenzy and starts pitting everyone against Laura, or attempting to. And Amani fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. And it really didn't come to head until in Hawaii when Laura pulled Amani to the side and said, look, real talk, does that even sound like me? I mean, we've been friends. Like, listen to what you're saying. Does that sound like something I would say? What is your source? Who is your source? Jackie. Instigator, Jackie. So Jackie started this whole thing of Laura said this, Laura said that, don't do this, don't do that. And that's where it all boiled down to. It was all Jackie's doing. And Amani finally realized she'd been played. And she was ready to put that girl's stuff out. She was ready to, you know, get rid of all Laura's stuff that was at her house in storage. I mean, it was really sad to see how easily someone could be manipulated. And even at the reunion, John Sally did not really get to the bottom of that. He just kind of let Jackie talk over and really not answer the question. And ultimately, Jackie never confessed as to why she did what she did. Why did she instigate this and start this? And really what it boiled down to is that she was pissed off at Laura because Laura basically said something about her that she didn't like. So Amani tried to explain, but you know, it really didn't do anything. It really just kind of was left flat. It really was never excused. And Jackie, just being the crazy instigator that she is, she just continued to, like, you know, play for the crowd as opposed to answering the questions that were posed to her. So we never really got any full resolution on that. And I didn't expect that we would. But then we switched to the whole Drea and Jackie thing where they Googled her about her son. You know, Jackie really didn't have an explanation as to why she turned on Drea like that, or and you know, really all the girls were against her, I would say, except Malaysia. But Jackie tried to be in her face, which was where it was irritating. Like, you're in her face, kikiing with her, but yet you're Googling her. And so, like Drea said, what gave you the right to Google me? I mean, like, I don't even know you girls from Adam, and yet you all want me to tell you the most interpersonal things that's going on in my life. None of you are sharing that with me about your lives. I didn't see Laura breaking down, confessing to her what she was doing in her life. So why is it that Drea had to come on the show and open up her entire book of life and tell them what was going on? And I love the way Drea just held it down. She put her foot down with those girls, especially with Jackie. Shut her up. And Jackie still trying to jump bad, talking about who she gonna whoop. Just, you're too old. And Andrea hit it on the nail. She hit it head on the nail. She was like, lady, you're too old for this. Like, what are you doing? And it was just silliness, really, that Jackie was exhibiting. And like I say, at her age, what is she, like 45? You shouldn't even be acting like that. Like, you should be the bigger person. Like, you're the oldest of the group, clearly. And yet you appear to be and act like the youngest. So it doesn't help that, you know, She just, she's standing up, she's patting her butt to the crowd, she's playing to the crowd, like she wants all of this, clap and accolades for her foolishness, and no one's giving her that. They're all shaking their head at her. And it really is embarrassing, but I guess that's how she wants to be portrayed. So we really, again, Jackie just kind of like yelled and screamed and talked her way out of really answering any questions. Nothing was really resolved. Like no one really answered any questions. And then we kind of skip over to the whole Matt and Gloria situation, which I still feel like nothing is being said. Call me crazy, but Gloria hasn't really said what is the deal. Like what really is making you want to break up with Matt? I mean, you claim you don't really know him, but in a few episodes ago, you said that you've known each other since you were 12 years old. And now you're saying, "Oh, we started dating at 20, had twins, got engaged, moved around the country, but we don't know each other." That's not true. I mean, you said before that you've known each other for years. So it's not about knowing him. Something has happened that we're not being told, and hey, they put their life on the TV, but they don't want to say everything, and clearly something is not being said. So it'll all come out in the wash sooner or later. And we're hearing little rumblings on the internet, but we haven't gotten anything solid as to what the real nature of the breakup is. But I'm sure it will all come out in the wash. And then we have a quick blurb about the fight between Laura and Drea, where Laura basically like beat her to a pulp at that MMA thing. And like Drea said, like, her money is her face, and she's not going to get in there and jeopardize it for anybody. But Laura came at her street fighting about some underlying issue she had when she was totally out of order, and no one said anything, and Laura just wants to be this big bad, in your face. But that was wrong. Like that was just wrong on all levels. And I think again Drea handled it as best she could and tried to like shut it down. But I guess part 2 we'll actually see the real deal, or hopefully John Sally will get to the real bottom to some of this madness that was going on this season. I mean, this first reunion was really a flub. It didn't hit on anything. So hopefully we will get to see the real deal. And we'll tune in next Monday, and I will give you my final review of the Basketball Wives of LA. I think that the next season for the regular Basketball Wives of Miami is coming back up, and they're in the current process of filming that now, so we'll definitely start the review on that pretty soon, following up on this finale of this series. So this is your girl Tennessee Cutie coming after you with my review. I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much, and make sure you tune in next week. If you like my video, please subscribe and hit me up with any comments or like button. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye.